He's got his own YouTube channel now? You know it. Hey, we're here on YouTube, doing the thing. What is up, everyone? I'm David Jeffery.
What's going on?
Ayo! David. I need an intro. I'll have to work on that. Hi, I'm David Jeffery. I play Connor Murphy in Dear Evan Hansen on Broadway. You may know me as that. You may know me as the guy on TikTok who goes, Dear Evan Hansen. Fun fact, but I am both merging them together to create one YouTube channel. Hi. So one of the things that I complain about on TikTok is that it's short form content. You have to fit everything in 60 seconds. But here on YouTube, I can go in depth. I can take pauses. It's great. So today, I thought I would relive how I got the job in Dear Evan Hansen and tell the full story without having to squeeze it in 60 seconds. So, I was a tourist in New York City. I went there with my friends just on a random trip just to visit. And while we were down there, we wanted to see some shows, one of which was Dear Evan Hansen. I had heard the cast album, I was very familiar with the show, but I had never seen it in person. So, we see the show and I fall in love. And for whatever reason, I related to the character of Evan Hansen, but I related to Jared and I related to Connor, and I found all of the characters to be very relatable. And something inside me was saying, I really want to be in this show. How? I didn't know. I just wanted to. For context, I have a background in community theater. That's all I did. I've never really felt like I was particularly good at anything except performing. And when I got back home to where I live in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, yay Canada, I just randomly searched up Dear Evan Hansen casting director. And then I found out who the casting director was, and then I googled the casting director and found the email address. I don't recommend this necessarily. It seems, as a non-professional, like something maybe you wouldn't want to do, but it worked for me. Use your own discretion. So, once I got the email address, I put together a video much like this, me just singing a random musical theater song. I believe it was Goodbye from I Love You Because. And I sent that in, and then I got a response saying, this is great, can you please send us this material? And it was Connor and Jared understudy material. I was auditioning for the double cover. So I recorded that, and then I sent it in. And then I waited 2 or 3 days, and then I got a response saying, this is great, can you do this again, make these tweaks, and also now include this Evan material? And so now they bumped me up to the triple cover, Evan, Jared, Connor. So I did that. This was hard because I was living alone and I had no help. So for a reader, I had to record myself on GarageBand and I had to read the opposite lines and then play it and act. But it took so long because you have to get the timing right for your own recording to be a reader. It was such a pain. But anyway, so that took like 6 hours to record a couple scenes. And then I sent that in. And then I heard back again with a little bit more tweaks. This happened like 5 or 6 times. And then I was asked, where am I based out of? And at the time I was living in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and I said that, and then I didn't hear from them again. Like, complete radio silence. It was weird. And this just made me think that it didn't work out, which is what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything out of this. And 9 months passed. 9 long months. I totally forgot all about it, and I was in a production of Newsies when my phone rang. And I missed the call. It went right to voicemail, and it was essentially somebody saying, hi, we're with Dear Evan Hansen, and we're casting the Toronto production. Would you be interested in auditioning? And I guess the Broadway team had sent in my materials to the Toronto team, and they had seen it and thought, why don't we get him to audition since he's a Canadian? So the same thing happened again. I would send in a tape, and then they would kind of critique it and ask me to do it over. And then I would send that back in, and then they would give me more critique, and I would send that back in, and that happened 7 or 8 times. Until I got an email saying I was invited to the final callback in New York City. So I had to go to New York City for the final callback. What was that like? It was terrifying. It was a room full of 15 people. I had to learn 12 scenes, 7 songs for Evan, Jared, and Connor, and it did not go well. I really screwed up waving through a window. It was awful. And I thought I truly bombed the audition. However, I was prepared. I knew everything. It was all memorized, and they liked that. And so what ended up happening was I left and I got an email saying it was likely they were going to offer me the position of the triple cover in the Toronto production of Dear Evan Hansen. And then I got that official email with the contract, and I couldn't tell anyone. And then, long story short there, I was cast in Toronto, and I was in the Toronto production from its inception till it closed in July of 2019. Once we closed in Toronto, the tour, the national tour cast of Dear Evan Hansen, year 1 was finishing, it was going into year 2, and there was some cast changeover. The triple cover from tour, Noah Kaiserman, had been bumped up to play Connor, thus there was an opening for the triple cover. So they asked me if I would continue my Dear Evan Hansen journey on tour. I said yes. So then I became the triple cover in the national tour of Dear Evan Hansen. And then I was with them until, gosh, I think it was in Houston, Texas, when I received a phone call asking me if I would like to take over the role of Connor on Broadway full time. And what was I going to say? No. So I said yes to that. And then in February of 2020, I joined the Broadway cast at Dear Evan Hansen, taking over the role of Connor full time. Then obviously the coronavirus happened and I've been at home ever since. But besides that, it's been great. And I'm so happy and honored and lucky to be in this show on Broadway playing a full-time cast member. It's been incredible. I am happy to answer all questions that I have about this. So if you have something that's in your head that you want to know that maybe I didn't address in this video, please leave it below so I can answer. If there's another question that isn't related to this, you can also ask it so I have ideas for future videos, because hopefully the point of this channel will be to create content that answers questions you have about performing, or insight I have about advice of the industry, or random videos about musicals or acting or random things I feel like talking about. Thank you for watching, and because this is new and I don't know what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. And I think everyone always says this. Let me see if I can do this. This is acting 101. Ready? Make sure to hit that like button, guys, and the little bell thing so you get notified every time I upload a video. How's that? Did I do it? End scene. And then imagine a list of cool credits or something. That'd be cool. Or the David logo again. I gotta work on this.